Hey y'all, welcome back to the Homemade Woman podcast. So this episode is the epitome of a lifestyle vlog, and I just wanted to switch things up a bit. I just wanted to share with you guys what the weekend looked like for me and 5 of my gals. What you are looking at is a group of girls who have taken the liberty of going on a girls trip to Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL. So we literally had the time of our lives. But the mission was for us to go see the podcasters, Girls Gone Bible. I'm pretty sure you know who they are. They are world renowned. They are amazing. They are anointed women of God. They have a podcast that they do together, and they talk all things Jesus, all things Bible. And you will just get to go along with us on this trip. And on Sunday, we made it a point to stop by 2819, even if it meant waiting for over an hour just to get a good seat, just be close to the fire. And so it did not come up short. It was amazing. God's presence was in the room, and we just had an amazing trip. So I would tell anybody, like, take away, save the money, take some time, go on a trip with your girls. I normally go on a women's conference once a year anyway, and I usually go alone. And so I've been looking forward to just taking some girls with me so that they can see what it looks like to just be rejuvenated. So my 2 sisters have gone before us, and they got to see GGB in Atlanta already once before. But this time was just like none other, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of us. So we're going to take you along on this journey. It was definitely one of those weekends you could just do over and over and over again. I would really encourage you to watch this episode on YouTube just so you can see it all. But if you're listening in the car or at home in the midst of your busy day or at work, it's okay. It'll still be a treat. So we're going to run this video back for the sake of introduction. Here we go.
You say whatever the Lord lays on your heart.
Oh, well, can I just say, hey, y'all?
Yeah.
How do I hold a button or something?
Just
And tell me your country without telling me your country.
Hey, y'all.
Hey
guys.
Hey.
I just said to somebody.
This is our GGB gang. Tell them your name.
This is
GGB. We're on the way to see you guys.
Hello, darlings. How are y'all?
This is Chaz at the back. Her bees in the trap. Bees in the trap.
I'm Karina this week.
Oh, she's Karina. I'm sorry. That's my little Mickey bear back there at the back. Mikey. This is Kels. Almost called you Miss Kelsey, baby. This is how you know we're not used to being away from the kids. Say hi. Kels. These are all my girlies, and we are on the way to see GGB live in action. These 2 girls have already had the luxury of seeing them in person. If you don't know them, they are a Jesus-based podcast. What do they say when they jump on? Let's see how faithful our GGB gang has been. What is their slogan when they first jump on? They say we talk all things what? Jazz, you ought to know.
All things Bible. Is it all things Jesus?
I know how to. Oh my gosh!
I always end up with shalom, shalom.
Shalom,
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 May
shalom.
the Lord keep you.
Let his face shine upon you.
Yeah.
Because they open up sometimes a bit silly.
Yeah. They really did. That's what caught me off.
I love it though. Well, we're on our way to see GGB. We decided to do a lifestyle approach today for the podcast for the Homemade Woman. So, and I don't have this famous, profound, funny introduction, so I just like to say, hey, y'all, here we are. We're getting ready to get on the road. We just tried Whataburger, and they said it's 10 out of 10, y'all?
Yes.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. What do you think? All right, guys. We'll see y'all here in a few. Bye.
Pretty sure we were supposed to say
Shalom, shalom.
So I know what it sounds like. All we're doing is goofing off on this trip, but we really were just being refreshed, just being around each other. Honestly, Pastor Anthony Mitchell talked about the ministry of presence, and I really do believe in it. He mentioned it in his sermon, and there's just something so good about being in the presence of fellow believers and just allowing yourselves to laugh. The Bible says that laughter is good medicine, but what is it called? Let me see if I can find it for you guys right quick. Laughter is good medicine. It's in Proverbs, one of my favorite books. Proverbs 17:22 says, laughter. Oh, come on. Okay, they wanted Joel Austin to tell me off of Safari on Facebook. Okay. Laughter is like taking a good medicine. Every day you need to take your medicine. Find something that makes you laugh. See the humor in life. Put a smile on. Be friendly. Be good-natured. And learn to laugh. Well, baby, listen. We definitely had our fair share of laughter. And it was just so good to my heart.
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen over here moving. I'm like, you're moving, God. She's just keeps going. Oh, God. I was like, what are you talking about? I was getting closer. Oh, you're moving.
Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Job 8:21. Let's read another one. He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouting. Proverbs 1:26-2. Then our mouth was filled with laughter and our tongue with shouts of joy. And they said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. Ecclesiastes 3:4. There's a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Speaking of dancing, let me show y'all what we had going on. As if it isn't already obvious enough, we are from the South, so you probably do hear an accent. I do try to create a happy medium when I'm recording and when I'm before you guys, but nonetheless, the accent, the Southern hospitality is still going to shine bright, but it might not be as obvious that a lot of us on the trip are Native Americans and our tribe is Lumbee, and very proud. But here I'm just showcasing a silly moment and just having some fun doing some traditional dances. They have men's grass dance, the jingle bell dance, the shawl dance for the girls. We're just having a really good time, but don't mind me, honey.
Oh my gosh, y'all, we're getting ready. Oh. It's so pretty in there, y'all. He gave us a list of restaurants for us to try. A wing spot, a Thai spot. Do y'all eat Thai food?
Yes.
I love me some Thai food, y'all. We might have to try it.
They
They was like, do you want like a seafood spot? I was like, no.
Okay, speaking of food, enough with the shenanigans. Let's talk about the horrific list and options that you have for food choices in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Like, I did not know it could be this hard to find wings. Like, all jokes aside, after we left Girls Gone Bible tour night, we drove for over an hour. I know at least almost an hour and a half, close to an hour and a half, looking for wings, y'all. I mean, we went with the list and we were just hitting dead ends left and right. We went to one place and honestly, we were a little nervous about just, being on that side of town. We're not from here. We didn't know how things go down, and it was kind of like a bar type thing. And it's not that we couldn't go in and eat, but it was just like, okay, you know what, let's just try the other Wingstop options that we have. So we go to another place, and there's nowhere to park. Like, the frustration of finding somewhere to park in Atlanta. Oh my goodness. So we make another attempt for wings, and I go in to check things out, and they were like, you have to be over 21. Mind you, my daughter's 16, and I'm like, okay, we're not getting in here, so let's try again. So we went to what looked like an abandoned side of town. Mind y'all, we are in Midtown. Like, were we in the wrong area? I need somebody to help me out because I just feel like we might have been in the wrong area. But our hotel was beautiful. Let me put up some pictures for y'all to see because our hotel was gorgeous. But I'm guessing it was a gem amongst the rubble, like a diamond in the rough, literally. Because trying to find something to eat at 10 o'clock at night was so rough, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, we literally settled for Chipotle and Zaxby's. I was like, look, I'll eat anything. I could eat a horse at this point. Like, just feed me. It was a struggle. So we attempted to find the Thai place because we were dying for some Thai food. We were like, okay, we'll go sit down somewhere, eat some Thai food. It didn't have to be too fancy, but we're driving around, I guess, the downtown area, and we're looking for this Thai restaurant, and it tells us we're here. I'm like, y'all, I know we're here. I'm sitting here looking at it. It says it's across the way from the Thai shop. I don't even know what it's called. I'll have to find a Malay Thai or something like that. I want you to know that it ended up being in the arena of like different food options. So inside of this place was like 5 different Thai options and Japanese options, what looked like. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. So we found somewhere to park. We finally get in there and we're getting our food. It was mediocre Thai food. I could honestly say that my hometown's Thai food is so much better. They were short on the sweet and sour sauce. You can't even eat Thai food without the red sauce. I mean, what goes on? But we were hungry. We ate. Like, I was like, look, just take me to a steakhouse at this point. I don't care if I have to pay $400 for my meal. Like, I will do it. But you're with other people and we were just trying to accommodate one another. So I'm going to put up my top-notch meal for you guys. Like, this was the best meal I had on the entire trip, and you'll never believe where it was from. It was literally from the food court in the mall. Like, what goes on? I mean, these are Chipotle fries. Y'all, I love Chipotle sauce. They were so good. Like, unbelievably good. Like, I could have eaten them again. Like, that's just how hard it was to find good food. So I was like, you know what? Just take me to go get some Chipotle fries at this point. Let's go back to the mall. Oh, and we're not going to talk about the place we went after we left 2819 church service on Sunday. We went to a place called Hungry AF. And when I tell you we were hungry as all get out. Okay, so we was like, oh yeah, this is the spot. I mean, there's no way it can let us down. I mean, look at the name, for crying out loud. So, but sure enough, it was mediocre, but not complaining. It was just that we were a little devastated about the food and just, I mean, all we wanted was a little good meal. Just a good meal. But anyway. So I'm thankful nonetheless that we didn't starve. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my goodness, that was such an adventure. The food in and of itself was an adventure. Okay, I'm going to actually give you guys a good peek at the room that we stayed at, which is the one that I mentioned earlier in this podcast called the Darwin in Midtown Atlanta. Here we go.
It's so nice. Cute. Yo. Room service. Oh, nothing. This is all you right here. This is nice. Girl. Oh, Mike gonna be up here all weekend, baby. You already know. On the beanbag with them beats on. Oh,
Yeah, get yourself off my bed, baby. You and that bed over there. Oh my God. Okay, that's a little too much light. Where the small lights at? Right. Oh, what we got over here? Yes. Aunt Jazz, baby, checking out all the. That's wine, baby. He said don't drink much wine, but you know, if you need it for sicknesses and stuff. And my knees are bothering me just a little bit. It's coming. It's good for the stomach.
I drink it when they gather.
Oh my God. It's like, let me go to the bathroom because I'm not messing with none of y'all. Alright guys, we are on our way. GGB, here we come. Baby, we is coming. Okay guys, so you know I said I was going to do a lifestyle shoot for this podcast for this week. So me and my girlies have gone off to Atlanta. We are here to see GGB, and then we're hoping if we get our timing right that we're going to get to see Anthony Mitchell on Sunday. So y'all continue to follow for the rest.
Yo, we at Girls Gone Bible, and I don't know what's going on.
We got to find out real quick. Somebody said we're at Girls Gone Bible. I don't know. Where are you going? Okay, cutie pie. Okay, cutie pie. We know the new trend is lashes, and every time my oldest daughter puts on lashes, we always think she has on makeup. At least I know by now she doesn't, but it can still be convincing at times. Like, did you do a little something different? I don't know. And not to mention she's a blue-eyed queen, so it makes it look like she has on eyeliner and just all the things. Does it not? I mean, look at her. She's the blue-eyed lash queen. I mean, she doesn't go anywhere without her lashes. Don't even wake me up for school if I don't have my lashes type ordeal. Like, I know she's not the only one. GGB is officially on the way, y'all. We on the way, GGB gang. I sure will. GGB gang. Maya said, that don't sound too Christian, baby. Maya said it sounded like we on the way to the club when you say it like that. We are getting ready for GGB night right here. And y'all, it was just amazing. Like, the presence of God was so thick in that room, y'all. And the girls, Ari and Ange, they just poured their hearts out so purely, so passionately. And they told their testimonies. And they talked about some of their struggles individually with bulimia and alcoholism and mental health and relationships. And it was just such a beautiful night. And then we worshiped, and then God freed so many women in that room that night. I know that He did. They were prayed over. There were hands laid on so many people. And it truly felt like a family. And so you have to look them up and just follow them, because I know their hearts long to serve Jesus and please them with their lives. So yeah, it was such a beautiful experience. I'm so glad we all got to go. I'm glad my daughter got to go. I'm glad my friends got to go. I'm just so thankful. It was such a great time, you guys. You'll definitely have to follow them and get attached. You can find them on Apple Podcasts. I'm sure I've mentioned that. YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's some other places, but those are the places I go to first. Same places you can also find The Homemade Woman. But yeah, following God is just so freeing. You take up your cross and you carry it each and every day, continually, steadfastly. But when I tell you, it is the most freeing, most joyful experience and the most peaceful way of living. I say that with all the exaggeration. I say that with the utmost confidence. I have been following God for so long, and I know that there's nothing like it. I know There's nothing like walking with Jesus. There's nothing like living a life hidden in Jesus Christ. There's nothing like hearing his still small voice and receiving direction from him. There's nothing like being set free from the struggles and the demonic spirits that wreak havoc on your life by the mighty hand and power of Almighty God. There is nothing like walking with Jesus in dark seasons and knowing that he is holding your hand every single step of the way and knowing that he is your confidence. There's just nothing like it. I've seen the seasons. I know what every single one of them look like. And I know that God has been faithful in each and every one. There were moments where I didn't know how I was going to make it. I've been in pits that I didn't know how I was going to get myself out of. And the truth of the matter is, I never did. It was always God. It's always been God. And it'll always be God. He has always been the answer. And there's never been a time where I've ran to him and I could not find it. Sure, some seasons have been dark and lonely and isolating. But they have been seasons where God has pruned me, where he has nurtured me, where he has developed my character. And I have taken advantage of those seasons because those are the seasons that are critical for my life. They're critical for this walk. They're critical for the call that is on your life. It is vital. It is detrimental. It is important that you don't allow those seasons to pass without being able to come out of them and say, I have gained and I have obtained a thing that God was trying to get to me. It's not enough to say I come out stronger and I come out on top. No, that's not enough. If you are a woman of God, there are tools and there are gifts and there is fruit that God is calling you to take from each and everything that you go through in this life so that it can be used for your story and his glory and for the expanding of his kingdom, because after all, that is why we live. We are sons and we are daughters in a royal priesthood, and our primary reason for being on this earth is to spread the good news, is to share the gospel with every single person that we know, and even the ones that we don't. And we sat on that bed before we went to 2819 church the next morning, and we just shared the goodness of God with one another. And all of these girls mean so much to me. And this really great friend of mine who I've known for quite some time, I was able to mentor at the beginning of her walk with God. And I just want you to hear a little bit of her testimony.
I took a leap of faith and went in with Tatiana. I left the home. I left a lot of... In the middle of us me moving out, we had just purchased furniture. I left it all. I took clothes in a personal belonging. And I said, I'm doing it, Jesus. Yeah. And the best thing is that text that Tatiana sent last night, he doesn't want to answer. He wants to shake his character. Right. Like me sitting with him, I was sitting with this man throughout the day, crying at his feet. That's all I could do. You know, I was asking him to heal me, but then after a while I said, you know what? I'm just going to sit with you because I just need somebody. Like, so I sat with him. I cried every night, every day. I said, Lord, I'm just going to go back to him. I can't, like, so many times. And, you know, just after a while, like, just sitting with him is where the blessing in itself came. You know, I felt that peace. I felt I wasn't alone anymore. Like, I had somebody to turn to. And I had the true love all along. And take them. Something, yeah, you know, man, let's start a pure heart. They will see God. Man, like, I'm telling you, it's changed my life. Like, my heart, all that.
Side note, that's my girl Lizzie Morgan singing that song, Unlearning. Oh my goodness. But anyway, nonetheless, the worship at 2819 Church was amazing. And Pastor Anthony Mitchell taught and preached so heavily from Matthew 26. The word was called "but after," or as he would say, "but after." You'll have to find it on his church page on YouTube. It was amazing. So this sums up our trip for the most part, up until the ride home and grabbing some food. But we had a time, as you can see, and we laughed till our stomachs hurt. I might be willing to share the story of my 2-inch heels that my sisters will not let me forget, but that will be saved for another time. But nonetheless, I love you guys, and I will see you all in the upcoming episode of The Homemade Woman. All right, bye for now.